Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Chris, and today we're going to talk about retiring to an RV or RV life. Stick around, find out what we're going to do. All right, so retiring to RV life, it's kind of been a goal of mine and my wife's for, I don't know, probably about 5 years now, maybe close to that. We bought a travel trailer a few years back, got a cash deal on it, good deal. And took it out and loved it. And we started camping as much as we could. Now, a little backstory is that, yeah, I've camped my whole life. My parents had an RV, but most of the time, us kids would sleep in tents. And growing up as a young adult and stuff, camp tent or tent camped all the time. I have all the gear for tent camping, everything you can possibly imagine. Love it. But when we started camping in an RV, glamping, that's what they call it, yeah, I'm hooked. It's great. You're not sleeping on the ground. I actually have a beautiful queen mattress, memory foam, and full kitchen, full bathroom, bedroom, dining room, or whatever. I mean, it's awesome. We did step up our travel trailer. It was a 26-foot Jayco, and we stepped it up to a 35-foot Grand Design, fifth wheel. What a difference to be able to go into your bedroom and shut the door while somebody else is in the living room watching TV. And because before it was just one tube and you could see somebody in bed while you were pooping if you had the door open. And yeah, that's not fun. I mean, it works and you can make it work, but to be able to go into a separate room, God, that's wonderful. So once again, hooked. And it's a goal of ours to try to get to the point of retirement so we can get in that thing and drive across the country and back again and anywhere else. We love camping. We love seeing new places. We love the beach. We love the desert, the mountains, the forests, anywhere outdoors. Has always been something near and dear to our hearts. And so we feel like we can make this work. And I think that if we play our cards right, we can afford it, because that's the next thing. Right now, playing your cards right is just, making sure you got enough time off from work and you got a few bucks saved up so you can go and a vacation, weekend or 4 or 5 days at an RV park or a state campground and enjoy yourself. But I want to do it full time. And I do follow quite a bit of people online that do it full time and they make it work. Now, of course, they got some pretty established YouTube channels, so I know they're making good money from it. But before their YouTube channels were big, they were doing it. 2019, 2020, that was the big boom when, the COVID hit. Everybody was all of a sudden selling their houses because they couldn't afford them, and they were hitting the road. They were buying RVs and staying out, and they made it work. Not everybody did, but a lot of people did. I do want to shout out to Happily Ever Hanks and Wild RV Life. I follow both of them and I love their content. I'm a nurse. Bet you didn't know that about me. And travel nursing is an option getting into retirement. So in other words, I might not necessarily be ready to fully retire or financially ready to fully retire, but I can start the process by travel nursing, going in my RV to locations in other states, work an assignment there for a short time, and then move on to a new place. We've even thought, like, if we get into a state and say the job location is right in the center of that state, I can stay in different locations throughout the time that we're there and travel to other destinations on my days off and still enjoy, not just sitting in one place, but enjoy my time when I'm in another state. Eventually, the goal is to just stay full-time RVing at least 8 months out of the year. And for now, I want to keep my home base. I want to keep my home. I do have a split level house, so I have a full basement and a full upstairs. Actually, the upstairs is ground level. And from there, everything's upstairs: kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, dining room, living room. And then downstairs is where my master bedroom, master bath, and a whole nother living room is. And we're thinking about cutting it off, deadbolting the door to the stairwell, and renting upstairs. So we can always come back and have this place and all our things here and be able to rent out the upstairs, which will cover either our payment and or supplemental income. And if we ever decide to sell the house, we can do it. But I mean, if I sell the house and just try to go full-time on the road, it can be expensive, depending on where you stay. Obviously, if you're staying in resorts, that's going to be expensive. $1,000 or more, $2,000 a month in a resort. That's not my gig. I am fine with a state park. I actually really like boondocking. I built my first RV with a full solar system and batteries so that I can boondock when I want to. And that means camping with no hookups. No water, no sewer, and no electrical. Self-sustained. And most RVs are very capable of doing that for short periods of time. And there's other concessions you have to make, but you can save a ton of money. Not so much in the area where I live, but Midwest and West Coast, thousands of places to boondock on BLM, Bureau of Land Management. So it is doable. And it's something that we've wanted to do for a very long time, and we've trying to put things into place. One was getting the bigger RV. The bigger RV will sustain us longer, has bigger holding tanks, it has a larger space for more clothing and everything. So you can live out of it. It's like 350 square feet. It's like a tiny home, but you can take it wherever you want to go. So there's a lot of benefits to that. And I think that if we budget properly, if we boondock and we stay out of fancy resorts, it's not going to cost us a lot of money. So it is very plausible. But how many years can you do that before you just get tired of moving around and you want a home base? And those are the other thoughts that we have. Obviously I still have this house and I don't plan on selling it, because if I sold it right now for, let's say, $300,000, and I use that money to live off of at $35,000 a year, that's only going to last me about 7.5 years. And then it's gone. And I have nowhere to live but my RV. If I budgeted down to $25,000 a year off of that 300 grand, I could stretch it out to 10, 11, maybe even 12 years. Still not a lot to live off of, especially when you're still paying for RV parks, fuel, insurance, groceries, you name it. Not a lot to live off of. So it's not necessarily feasible. And once again, you don't have anything. But if I rent it, if I rent my house out, I can probably get close to $1,300, $1,400 a month for my area. And that's a source of income that I can generate and continue for 20 something years more, way into my retirement. And I do have plans to possibly buy some property. I'm looking to get something somewhere in Florida, North Florida probably, where it's a little less expensive, but somewhere that I can go and work the land to get it ready to live on it, that will allow RVs, because that will be my home, and something that I can build on slowly and have a place to retire to that doesn't have freezing ass cold winters, because I'm so done with that. So, yeah, we got some plans in place, but implementing them, figuring out if I'm going to buy property or if I'm going to buy an investment property and hold on to it for 5 years. Um, I don't have a pension and I'm too young for Social Security. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. The travel nursing thing is going to work for a while, but I need to work on getting this RV thing going. Um, so maybe in the next video, I'll give you a tour of the RV and show you what it's all about and how we tow it, and see what your thoughts are on that. Leave a comment if you could, and obviously like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to get notified about what other plans we have going on and what we're getting ready to do, because we're going to be making some moves towards retirement soon. I'm 54 and a half, and I'm not getting any younger. So I want to retire early, and hopefully this is a good plan. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.